Hello everyone, hope I'm audible and visible to all of you. Good morning everyone, and good morning. I think I can see the message of Jivan. Good morning Jivan. So today we have to do Hindu analysis of 23rd September 2025. My name is Shubham Sagar and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Hope I'm audible and visible. Just let me check. So yesterday I gave you people two questions as homework, right? And what was the first question? This was the first question related to Bagram Airbase. Just give me a second. Analysis of 23rd September. Okay, so good morning Shipurna, good morning Anandu, good morning Harshini, good morning Gajanan. So which of the following statement about Bagram Airbase is or are, oh my god, just give me a second, is or are correct? So what is the answer of this particular question? Bagram Airbase is or are correct? You can use option elimination here and you can solve this particular question. Located north of Kabul, abandoned it in 2021. It has been officially handed back to US after negotiation. We know third is wrong, right? And Afghanistan is saying that, Taliban is saying that, will not give an inch. So if you eliminate third, even then the question is still tough because you're left with three options. It is located north of Kabul. Yesterday we have seen the location, that is correct. So now you're left with 50% option A and C. So Shipurna, Harshini, Raju. Oh my god, Raju. Raju is a student of my mentorship program and awesome student, Raju. So good morning, Raju. Good, and yeah, Jiva and Anand, all of you have given the answer C1 and 2. Both of the statements are correct, 1 and 2. So PYQ 13 UPSC 2003. Which one of the following schedules of Indian Constitution lists their name of states and specifies their territories? So again, yesterday we have solved a plethora of questions, a plethora of UPSC PYQs and schedules. So what is the answer of 13th? In MCQ 13 rather. So which, and we have talked about the mnemonic also, tiers of old PM, which will help you in remembering, the schedules of Indian Constitution. So Harshini, Jivayan, they have given the answer. Anandu has given the answer. First schedule. T is for territories, right? So first schedule. So let's move on. MCQ 12, MCQ, and PYQ 13. So let's talk about the agenda of the day. Shipurna, Anandu, all of you have given the answer. Back to the present. Oh my God. Page number 18, Science 2. So here there is a talk about a super typhoon of a very high intensity Ragasa, which is approaching, and China, which is impacting Taiwan, which has impacted Philippines. Philippines is one of the most typhoon affected region of the world, you can say, because it lies in Pacific Ring of Fire. There are other regions attached as well. So what are the things which are important from, very good Raju, so what are the things which are important from exam perspective in this article? First of all, super typhoon Ragasa approaching China and impacted Philippines, impacted Taiwan. Sometimes they can give you this question, not in UPSC but in other exams, that which of the countries are majorly affected, and then they will give you China, Taiwan, Philippines. So China, Taiwan, Philippines. Then they can also, maybe one of the options is Thailand, etc. It will be going there, but the major impact will be by these countries, China, Taiwan, Philippines, not the other part of this question. So super typhoon Ragasa. So what is this typhoon? This is a tropical cyclone. Oh my god, it's not a temperate cyclone. So these tropical cyclones, they are named differently in China, in this particular region, China, etc., Taiwan, they're known as typhoon. So when you go to America, I mean North America, South America, they will be named as hurricane. And when you're going to India, let's say, it is known as cyclone. So these are some facts. Then when you're going to Australia, and this has been asked by UPSC earlier, it is known as willy willy. So these are some basic facts which we should know, which are very important from exam perspective. Cool. So Australia, willy willy. This is a tropical cyclone. How tropical cyclone is different from a temperate cyclone? So these tropical cyclones, they generally originate over sea because of the high temperature difference between sea and land. Originate over sea and then they go to land. On the other hand, temperate cyclone, there is a concept of air mass here. Please remember these facts, they are important facts. The temperate cyclone, the concept of air mass, warm air mass, cold air mass, and this particular temperature difference between these air masses or the clouds of air, you can think of them that way, it leads to development of fronts. and that lead to frontal rainfall, and when frontal rainfall increases in magnitude, it leads to temperate cyclone. So it can develop over land, it can develop over sea, it can develop anywhere, temperate cyclones. Please remember this fact, these are important. The concept of frontal rainfall, air masses associated with which type of cyclone. So these are some basic things which we should know. They can give you Ragasa is a temperate cyclone. No, it's a tropical cyclone. Tropical cyclones named differently in different region. Basic rationale behind temperate and tropical cyclone. Cool. So let's focus on the article at hand, which is there on Science 2. So super cyclone or super typhoon rather, Ragasa, and approaching towards southern China, and evacuation of not 1 2 people, 4 lakh people will be evacuated. You can have a look at all these things. What is the speed, blah blah blah. We were more concerned with the key attributes of this article, the key terms which are associated here. What is the basic meaning of typhoon, cyclone, blah blah blah. So, and again, this is a homework for you. Solve that willy willy question which I have given you. You know, what is the basic rationale of willy willy? And let's solve some questions MCQ so that you can remember what we have just discussed. The more questions you solve, the more you'll be able to remember it. Consider the following statement about tropical cyclones. I took it as the first article because I felt like there are some points which I have to discuss. Second article is an editorial. So tropical cyclones, and here do option elimination. There can be some statement which may or may not have been stated by me, but even then, if you do option elimination, you can solve the question. So Purna, Harshini, they have given the answer. So what we have discussed, this whole second statement, see this, their main source of energy is temperature difference between air mass. Air mass concept is associated with temperate cyclone. You know, it is and it is very easy to predict, like easier to predict, you can say that. And that's why you will see that, in countries like England, Britain and all, US also, that they can predict at what particular time the rainfall will happen, unlike tropical cyclones which is unpredictable. Indian monsoon, we say it is unpredictable. There are multiple factors. One factor is this tropical cyclone. The amount of heating of sea, how much it is getting heated. So we can predict, but there is unpredictability, higher amount of unpredictability. Not our weather forecasting cannot be as accurate as, let's say, British type climate weather forecasting or American climate. Hope you are understanding where we are going with this. So second is wrong. If you eliminate second, you will get the answer A, 1 and 3 only, as stated by Purna, Harshini, Gajanan, Jeevayan and Anandu. Very good. MCQ 2. Super Typhoon Ragasa recently majorly affected which of the following countries? Japan and South Korea, Philippines and China, Vietnam and Thailand, Indonesia and Malaysia. Very good, Purna. Puna is such a good girl. So Puna has given the answer. The answer is Philippines and China. Philippines and China. Oh my God, Philippines. So Ragasa. B is the answer as stated by Shipurna, Harshini, Jivayan, Anandu, and Raju Patel. So page 6 editorial, the growing relevance of traditional medicine. Today is Ayurveda Day. Oh my God. So generally when you have these kind of days, Ayurveda Day, Yoga Day, especially Yoga Day is very important. You need to know the theme of these days. So today is Ayurveda Day. What is the date today, bro? 23rd September. So now Ayurveda is a type of traditional medicine. Now what is a traditional medicine? Ayush. Earlier, Ayush was a department. Now, Ayush has become a separate ministry. I have a cousin brother, his name is also Ayush. So, the thing is, what is Ayush? Ayurveda, yoga, and naturopathy. Do remember, Y is not only for yoga, it is yoga and naturopathy. U is Unani, S is Siddha, H is homeopathy. This editorial is important. Why? Who is the person here? Pratap Rao Jadhav sir. He's a union minister. I vividly remember the time, and this is just a talk which we are having. There was a time when Hindu, this newspaper, and union government, they were at loggerheads. Loggerhead means what? There has been different statements given by different ministers that Hindu is anti-national, this and that. I could not have even thought about ministers coming and writing on Hindu. Now I'm seeing even, Modi sir's ad and all those things are coming in Hindu. So things have changed for the better in the last 5 6 years. I don't know whether you have seen that time period or not, where the Hindu newspaper was treated as anti-national. God knows. Okay, let's focus. So traditional medicine, how it is different from general medicine, allopathy. Allopathy is the counterpart of traditional medicine. Do remember. So Gajanan has given the answer. Cool. So what we were discussing here, traditional medicine, which we are using in our household. In every household there are certain things that, okay, put oil on your legs, it will ease you out. In Ayurveda, there are concepts that you have to balance your body with environment. Vata, pitta, all these concepts are there. So these are traditional medicines. Sometimes you don't have proper clinical trials for these traditional medicines. Sometimes we don't know what doses we have to take, but they have their own benefits. As Pratap Rao Jadhav sir is saying, people, have any of you have taken these Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani Siddha, Homeopathy anytime? So you can understand when Pratap Rao Jadhav sir, who is a union minister for Ayurveda and Ayush, obviously he will talk about the good things, but we also need to know the bad things. That means, you need to have proper clinical trials, blah blah blah. That is sometimes cited as a criticism of traditional medicine. You cannot rely too much on them. If you have cancer, people are taking traditional medicine, then there are many people who are like, no, 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 go for allopathy, go for the general medicine thing. But it also has its benefit, as you can see by what union minister sir is writing. Traditional medicine practiced in 88% of the countries. Oh my god. Primary healthcare, we have talked about the basic meaning of the term primary healthcare. What is the basic meaning of the term primary healthcare? Your first point of contact. Let's say we are taking the example of Gajanan. If Gajanan is having butter in his is in his nose, we have talked about this. The first healthcare center where he'll be going, that is primary healthcare. If they are referring him that, okay, there is too much butter in Gajanan's nose, I love this example. He has to be referred to AIMS Kolkata for taking out that butter. So that would be secondary healthcare. If that AIMS Kolkata is referring to AIMS Delhi, that no, go there, they will take out the butter. This is just too much butter. So that is tertiary healthcare. So first point of contact in many areas, this traditional medicine is the first point of contact, main form of healthcare. So it's not like it has all. It's like, first of all, tell me, you people have to give UPSC interview as well. What is your view on traditional medicine? Ayush, do you support it? Do you not support it? Have you ever used it? Please, your views will matter. These kind of, like, these editorials only, they come in interviews. What happens generally is, when you will give UPSC interview, these people will see the newspaper, whatever things they are seeing there, they will ask you that. Very high probability. So if they ask you about your views on Ayush, traditional medicine, what is your view? Yes sir, every time when I have health issues, only Ayurvedic medicines, like homemade medicine, very good, Jivayan. What about other people? Your view on Ayush and traditional medicine. Now, there are certain terms, pros and cons. So these are some pro point, and if I don't tell you, expand the meaning of these, you will not understand. See, first is the biodiversity conservation. How? When you talk about these Ayush, Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy, they will talk about different plants, harvesting of plants. Some plant roots, oil, etc. will be used. So proper harvesting has to be done, proper cultivation has to be done, which promotes biodiversity conservation, nutrition security. This is not only curative. This traditional medicine is both preventive and curative, mostly preventive. Preventive means they will ensure that you are taking proper things. You eat ginger and all those stuff. So it's preventive. It helps you not to have that disease rather than just curing the disease. Nutrition security. That thereby ensuring nutrition security, that you're taking oranges, you're taking lemons, you're taking all those stuff thing means correctly. Good only if supplemented with science. Very good, Raju. So nutrition security, sustainable livelihood. Even in villages, there are many people who know these stuff, and they tell you, oh my god, that is not very good thing. There are many jhola chap doctors also, with due respect to them. Jhola chap doctor means they don't have the actual degree of that, I don't know, but they will prescribe you certain things. But not always we are talking about those doctors. There's some people who are knowledgeable in these plants and how do they work, thereby promoting sustainable livelihood. So hope you're understanding where we are going with this. Integration of traditional approach, dehyphenating it from blind superstition, which often get blended due to generation of distortion. I have used it, as mentioned here, sir. For very difficult diseases, we should ensure to have proper medicine with test. Very good, Purna. Wow, Purna, really good. So market size, traditional medicine market, as we have discussed, more than 88% countries. And it's not only, many people, they create this means, perception in your mind that you shouldn't be taking it. Man, all over the world people are taking it. See China, see Australia, see India. India's Ayush sector is very big. Australia's herbal medicine still has to develop. But you see, even in China, people are using traditional medicine. So yes, we should go for Ayush. There is no, you should not be having too many apprehensions about it. Cool, sir. Let's have a look at, you can read all these things, awareness, blah, blah, blah. I'm not reading all these points because this editorial has been written by a minister, sir, so he will write good things, and we agree with that. But yes, the issue is the clinical trial things, how far it has been successful in, for serious life threatening diseases like cancer, etc. That is different matter altogether. Again, in the harvesting thing, plants, how much you are taking plants, how much we should take, so all these things, ayurveda, as we have discussed, vata, pitta, kapha, all these philosophy, balance between body, mind, human nature, all these things we talk about in ayurveda. Why we are talking about this editorial? Because today is Ayurveda Day, September 23. And do remember the themes. These themes are very important, especially Ayurveda for people and planet, especially themes of like International Yoga Day, as we have discussed. You have Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. All these divas, the themes have been asked in multiple exams. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. Similarly, Ayurveda Day, the theme is Suvarigpa. Very good, Raju. So Ayurveda Day, Ayurveda for people and planet. And cool. So this is the theme. Let's focus on what this article is. Key takeaway: Ayurveda is evolving, blah blah blah. Ancient wisdom. Ayurveda. Again, knowledge of life, something like that. That is the basic meaning of this Ayurveda. So again, great thing. We should use it. Awesome. I support it. Which of the following is not considered traditional medicine? Ayurveda, homeopathy, chemotherapy, siddha. Ayush. So as Shipurna stated, chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is not a traditional medicine. And if you want to remember traditional medicine, Ayush is one. Then Showa Rigpa, as Raju stated. So Shipurna, Harshini, Raju, Gajanan, Jeevayan, Anandu, all of you have stated. The answer is C. MCQ 4. Ayush sector in India includes which of the following? Rajneesh has also stated. Very good, yeah. Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy, Allopathy. Purna has given the answer. So you eliminate allopathy. Allopathy is not there, right? And the rest, everything is there. So the answer is A, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good morning, Ranjit. So A is the answer. Sripurna, Harshini, Jeevayan, Gajanan, Anandu, Rajneesh, all of you have given the answer. MCQ 5, the theme of Ayurveda Day 2025, 23rd September. Very less probability that UPSC will ask you this question, but other exams they have. So, what is Unani and Siddha? So, these are again traditional medicines, Shipurna. They all have their own basic rationale, like Unani and Siddha. Like we have talked about Ayurveda. Then there is homeopathy. Many people believe homeopathy originated in India. That is a lie. It's a traditional medicine of Germany. So all these countries, they have their unique attributes, unique approach towards life, and that is imbibed in these, traditional medicine. So Ayurveda is one, kapha and all those, balance between body and environment. Similarly, Unani and Siddha, they have their own philosophies. I exactly don't know the philosophy. I cannot tell you that, but yes, they are working on their own indigenous philosophies. So you have to have a look at them. Just remember, homeopathy is not from India. It's from European countries, maybe Germany, etc. So they have their own indigenous approach towards life, towards health, which is included in the so-called traditional medicine concept. So Ayurveda, the basic theme is, as Harshini stated, Jeevayan stated, Rajni stated, Anandu stated. Unani comes from Greek, Siddha from South. Oh my God, Raju, very good. So Yunan, cool. As Raju stated, Shipurna, you can have a look at it. So Ayurveda for people and planet. Very good. Let's move again. You can like, share, and subscribe if you feel like I'm contributing. We'll talk about all these things later on. Let's focus on the third article of the day, which is about, this is the third article, right? So France and other countries prepare to recognize a Palestinian state at UN. So Palestinian state, Israel Palestine issue. And what is happening here? To understand that, like we have talked about Israel earlier in my previous Hindu analysis. We'll talk about it now as well. So Israel, Jewish people, anti-Jewish sentiment. This we have discussed earlier as well. Why worldwide we had this anti-Jewish sentiment? One, they were believed to be the killer of Jesus Christ. This is what NCRT states. Killer of Christ. Second is usury. Usually means they used to charge high exorbitant, means they used to give loan at high exorbitant interest rate. So Jewish people, they're generally, like in India you have Banya class and all, but we are not comparing both of them. Mainly businessmen people. So Jewish are generally businessmen. If you see US, and I keep on giving this example, they are big banks and all. It is the, the manager and all the biggest designations are held by Jewish people. So they are in that profession of giving out lending money, etc. Jared Kushner and Trump's son-in-law, he is a Jewish. So Israeli and Jewish, and this, you know, anti-Semitism concept. Why it happens? Because of these two reasons, which we have discussed earlier. Now, so in 1917, there was a Balfour Declaration, which happened, and that was done by British PM Balfour. And in 1917, he promised these Jewish people that we will settle you in this Palestine region. 1917, and then in 1947, it was done. Israel was created, and then the war started happening between the Arab population and the Jewish people. So Arab-Israel war, all these things happened, and in 1948, a big scale war happened where many Palestinians fled from that particular region, this Israel region. They fled, and that thing is known as Nakba. Slowly and gradually, Israel kept on occupying the territories of Palestine, and now Palestine is just like this. 2012, this is Gaza, where everything is happening, which you are reading right now, and all these things led to creation of an organization, terrorist organization, Hamas, which is fighting for Palestinians. They are saying that, but it is designated as a terrorist organization. So now, what has happened? What is the current scenario? Raju is a very good girl, a good boy, Shiparna. Oh my God. So yeah. So again, let's try to understand. So there is a two-state solution. Two-state solution means India advocates for two-state solution, and multiple UPSC PYQs have been asked on this particular topic. You have to revise it. Two-state means Israel and Palestine, they will coexist. But there are many countries like US, etc., who do not, who wants Israel hegemony. But now more and more countries are supporting this two-state theory. Maybe they are not liking what is happening in Gaza. Maybe they don't want Palestinians to side with Hamas. Hamas, which is seen as a terrorist organization, there will be sympathy which will be developed for Hamas. Hope you can understand where we are going with this. Like people, France, and there are different countries who are now taking stand for Palestine because they don't want Palestinians to side with Hamas, which is deemed as a terrorist organization by many countries. So now let's come back to what we have to discuss in this article, what is happening and why it is happening the way it is happening. So France and other countries prepared to recognize a Palestinian state at UN. This was in news yesterday also. So now a UNGS General Assembly meeting will happen in New York, in US. And what US has done, they have denied visa to Mahmoud Abbas, who is the Palestinian president. See, this is so sad, man. So you can understand where US is siding. Please understand, Israel will love Israel as a country, but there are certain things which is not correct. If it is not correct, even if it is done by our parents, it is not correct. So again, so now US, they have denied visa to Mahmoud Abbas, who is the Palestinian president. Then in UNGA, and like there was a veto which was done, 145 to 5, General Assembly, where they voted that Mahmoud Abbas will address General Assembly virtually. So this has happened. This is the thing which is going on. And so you can see slowly and gradually world is, giving more and more support to Palestine. Whether you people can take your own side, whether it is a good thing, bad thing, I am not going there because I love my life and I want to live. So France and several other states, they are preparing to recognize a Palestinian state as UN. Again, you can see here, UNGA meeting will be happening. So Britain, Canada, Australia, and Portugal, they recognized Palestinian state on Sunday, and that's why it was in news yesterday also. I wanted to take this as a news, but I know, and I've told you people, if the news is important, it will come and it will recur, adding pressure on Israel. And obviously, means Israel will not like it if more and more countries are recognizing Palestine. So that is what is happening. Context of war: Israel ongoing war in Gaza has killed tens of thousands. So maybe sympathy factor is playing a role. We know how this thing started. Hamas, they attacked Israel, they killed innocent Israeli people. We know that. Many of you may know that, and that's what escalated. And Israel is like a no nonsense country. It's not like the India of past where Pakistan used to attack us and we did not do anything. Hamas attacked Israel, and then in return we attacked Gaza, where Hamas is believed to have settled most of the Hamasians, if that is a word. So now they attacked and they started killing, and there will be a, when you're killing these personals, there will be some civilians which will be killed. But the point is, not only some civilians were killed, tens of thousands people have died. And we have talked about this issue earlier as well, what has happened. So France is saying that they will recognize Palestine. Israel is not very happy with that. And France linked opening a Palestinian embassy in France to the release of hostage. They're saying that, okay, things are, Hamas is also taking some things. Yes, they did not do the right thing, but they are trying to do some stuff. I can never justify Hamas, howsoever hard I try, so I will not go there. But I'm just telling you, this move is also seen as an attempt to de-hyphenate Palestinians and Hamas to a certain extent. You will understand slowly and gradually. This is a continuous evolving news. So Israeli foreign minister, he is not liking this whole move by France and by the earlier countries which we have discussed. And again, there are matters which are okay. Why don't US and Israel agree to two-state solution? Because Israel wants that whole region, and US and Israel, they are two body one soul, Raju. So UN General Assembly, we have talked about all these things. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and his officials were denied visa. In response, GA voted 145 to 5 to exceptionally allow Abbas. Slowly and gradually, there is an alienation which is happening of US and Israel on this whole matter. Israel is anyway alienated. There was a guy who is known as Jimmy Kimmel. He has been cancelled. This cancel culture has started in US. Earlier we used to talk about this thing that the US President Donald Trump, etc. They are made fun of. These presenters, they used to say anything to their leaders. That cannot happen in India. We cannot say anything against our PM, etc. You can see our press freedom index. So we were like, US is a true democracy. That thing has gone to dumps now. Jimmy Kimmel Show, his show has been cancelled. Angelina Jolie, you may have heard about her. She said something yesterday in Spain that she no longer believes that, again. So again, MAGA, Make America Great Again thing is going there. And US is going to the gutters, God knows what. So again, alienation. Let's not go there. I don't like to talk about. MCQ 6. Balfour Declaration of 1917 is associated with what? I just told you what was this Balfour Declaration. Establishment of UN, promise of a Jewish homeland in Palestine, partition of India and Pakistan, Oslo Peace Accord. Purna has given the answer. Harshini has given the answer. Rishi, oh my God, Rishi. Gajanan, Raju, Rajneesh, Jivayan, all of you have given the answer. Promise of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. Very good. The term Nakba in the context of Israel-Palestine history refers to. What is Nakba? Anandu has also given the answer. Good morning, Rishi. 1967 Six-Day War, 1948 Exodus of Palestinians, Oslo Peace Accord, UN Partition Plan. Okay, so what was Nakba? I told you 1917 Balfour Declaration, 1947-48 Israel was created, Arab-Israel war happened, and then in 1948 Palestinians, they left Israel, and that whole phenomena is known as Nakba. So this is Nakba as stated by Raju Patil. Then Purna. Nakba is 1948 Exodus of Palestinians. That is the basic meaning of Nakba. If you move on to the next article of the day, page number 12, number of polluted river sites are showing a slight reduction, CPCB. Central Pollution Control Board. This we have discussed thousand number of times earlier. Created by Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. And then they have been given additional power under Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. Do remember their chronology as well. It is a statutory body created by this act, expanded by this act. And UPSC has asked a PYQ on it, which we have solved in previous Hindu analysis, that it is a statutory body, not an executive body. So now here there is another term which is very important, that is BOD. What is BOD? Biological oxygen demand. And UPSC has again asked a question, PYQ on it, which we'll solve today. Biological oxygen demand means how much oxygen is required by microorganism to break down these pollutants which are there in the aquatic ecosystem. So higher BOD, higher pollution. So if a particular aquatic ecosystem, they have higher BOD, that means higher pollution. Why? Because that means microorganisms need more oxygen to break down pollutants. If they need more oxygen, that means there is higher amount of pollutants which is present. And based on this BOD concept, the polluted riverside thing has been taken into consideration. Very good, Patil, Purna, Jivayan, Rajneesh, Rishi has also stated. So people, have you ever heard about this particular term? That is, BOD, biological oxygen demand. Chapandis fast. So I can see 15 people watching, only 9 likes. Why, bro? Why? Why do people hate me? Yesterday I was like, I don't want to do Hindu analysis. I wanted to cry in the morning. I was like, no man, I just want to sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. But I was like, nah. I have made a vow to myself that for 1 year there will be no break, Monday to Saturday, come what may. This is what separates you from the rest. If you give excuses, no, that is not correct. So I don't want to leave any Hindu. Okay, let's focus here. So CPCB report, Central Pollution Control Board, they released river water quality data, and this is actually a good figure. A very happy figure that the polluted rivers numbers are reducing. 807 locations in Indian rivers found unfit. Here there are many words, rather technical words. Very important from environment perspective. This whole article. 807 locations unfit for bathing in 2023. Now it is a like 8 sites have reduced. It was 815 in 2022. Reduction in most polluted rivers. Now let's focus on the keywords which has been asked by UPSC earlier. Thank you, Raju. So biological oxygen demand, and this is the point which you have to understand. Low BOD, healthy river. And low BOD means low biological oxygen demand. We have just discussed what is the basic meaning of biological oxygen demand. How much oxygen is taken by microorganism to break down pollutants in the water. If there is more BOD, they are taking more oxygen, that means more pollutants. Now, BOD greater than 3 milligram per liter is unfit for bathing rather, and greater than 30 milligram, it becomes first polluted river stage first. We'll talk about that. Let's go one by one. Let's go slowly. So polluted river stages, they have talked about different locations where, you know, in a river where BOD is exceeding this 3 milligram per liter. And they have seen, and again see here, again a happy figure, 296 polluted river stages were there in 2023. It is a reduction from 311. We don't have to focus on the numbers. We just have to understand. We keep on talking about polluted rivers. We keep on talking about Ganga, Ganga cleaning and all those stuff, and how Ganga has to learn from Thames River. Thames was a very polluted river in 1950s. Then it became very clean. Same thing can be done for Ganga. So now you can cite these facts and figures. No, it's not always the same, and we are doing good now. State with highest number of polluted rivers, Maharashtra. PRS we have just discussed. Stretches of river, where your BOD is exceeding the 3 milligram per liter criteria. So Maharashtra, 54. Then priority one stretches. Now these are some important terms. What we have discussed. If BOD is more than 3 milligram per liter, your river is polluted. If it is more than 30 milligram per liter, almost 10 times more, then this is priority one. We have to clean these areas first and foremost. They're very, very polluted. So considered most polluted, and this highest priority one, Tamil Nadu is topping. So you can understand where we are going with this. Again, you can have a look at these data. I have told you the keywords important from exam perspective. CPCB, BOD, what is the basic meaning of these terms, blah, blah, blah. Let's solve PYQ 8 asked by UPSC in 2017. Biological oxygen demand is a standard criterion for what? The best part of your Hindu analysis is school revision of the basics. Won't forget Water and Air Act, BOD 3 and 30. Very good, Patel. Purna has given the answer. Harshini has given the answer. Rishi has given the answer. So what is BOD? It is oxygen level in blood. No, it's about aquatic ecosystem, right? Forest ecosystem, no. Pollution assay in aquatic ecosystem. So the answer is C, as stated by Purna, Harshini, Jivayan, Rishi, Rajneesh, Raju Patil. Very good. MCQ 9 of the day. Consider the following statement regarding biological oxygen demand in rivers. Use option elimination. BOD measures the amount of oxygen consumed by microorganisms to decompose organic matter in water. Low BOD indicates high pollution. BOD greater than 3 milligram per liter makes a river unfit for bathing. So Harshini, Purna, they have given the answer. Rishi has given the answer. So BOD measures the amount of oxygen. That is correct. Low BOD indicates low pollution, not high pollution. So second is wrong. If second is wrong, you're getting the answer. That is C, 1 and 3 only. Very good, Harshini, Purna, Rishi, Raju. Gajanan also tried it. Very good. 1 and 3. Second is wrong. Low BOD, low pollution, high BOD, high pollution. MCQ 10. CPCB constituted under which act? Rajuji, Vayan, Rajneesh, all of you have given the answer. Environment Protection Act 1986, Water Act 1974, Air Act 1981, Forest Conservation Act. So Harshini, Rishi, Shripurna, they have given the answer. Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974, it has been constituted, and the power has been expanded by Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. Do remember their chronology as well? You know, water, air. Then we keep on talking about WPA Act. When was it passed? If you know it, posted in the comment section. Very good, Patil. And then you have Environmental Protection Act. When was it passed? If you know it, posted in the comment section. Now there is another question. So you have Water Act, you have Air Act, you have WPA, you have EPA. Arrange them in chronological order. Fast. Arrange them in chronological order means arrange first to last, which came the earliest, then which act, then which act, and then which act. If you know it, and post it fast. And before we are done with that lecture, you have to tell me the answer. Page number 14, The Hague. ICC, International Criminal Court. This is not International Cricket Council. They have prosecuted Duterte and this sir here, Rodrigo Duterte, Philippine president, with crime against humanity. So whenever we talk about these kind of issues, ICC, we always compare it with ICZ, you know, because they look same, because their headquarter is at Hague only, Hague, Netherlands. So what is the basic difference between International Criminal Court and International Court of Justice? So this is criminal court. They prosecute individuals, criminal, and ICZ is International Court of Justice. They are about resolving dispute between states. International Court of Justice, individuals and states. ICZ is a UN body. It is a part of UN. It is one of the permanent organs of UN, International Court of Justice. ICC is created by Rome Statute of 2002. So do remember these facts. They are important facts. Then, so, but there are criticism also associated. Water, forest. So Raju and Harshini, they have given the answer. Mm, no, Raju and like the two people who have given the answer, it is not the correct answer. Oh my god. Forest Conservation Act 1980. Forest Conservation Act. I think I did not. Did I write Forest Conservation Act? Let me show. So where is Forest Conservation Act? This is water, this is air, this is WPA, this is EPA. So Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Water Act 1974, Air Act 1981, Environmental Protection Act, if I'm not wrong, 1986. So what is the chronology, bro? You have WPA, then you have water, then you have air, and then you have Environmental Protection Act, EPA. That is the chronology, right? Water 1974, air, forest, air 94. Where is forest? Why are you people writing forest? This is Wildlife Protection Act, man. WPA 1972 we are talking about. I'm not understanding where you people. Water, forest, air, environment. This is Wildlife Protection Act. So WPA, water, air, EPA. People, am I clear? Are you people understanding what I am telling you here? Japanese fast. So yes, sir. Rome Statute. ICZ UN. The criticism of ICC is why are they not prosecuting Trump, bro? Why are they not prosecuting big countries, you know, developed countries, their president? Have they not done anything against humanity? The basic rationale, the criticism of ICC is, which you have to write in mains, is what we were discussing, that, you know, African countries, poor countries, their president, their rulers, they are generally charged with crime against humanity. Philippines is not the richest country in the world, but will you charge US? Nobody has done more crimes than US, with due respect to US. Everything which happens, most of the things which happen in the world, US is directly or indirectly involved, and their lust for oil is directly or indirectly involved. But will you charge them? No, because they are very biased. So this biasness is one thing which you have to talk about. Very good, G bias. So again, here also they are charging one. We are not saying that this guy Rodrigo Duterte has not done crime against humanity, but then there are other countries which has done these kind of similar things. Will you charge them? The answer is no. So former Philippines, and that's why it has been cited as biased. Former Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte, he has been charged by ICC. We have just discussed certain things related to ICC. They charge individuals. Remember this: ICZ states, ICZ UN body, ICC Rome Statute. Allegations: role in at least 76 murders linked to war on drugs. Cool means not cool, but we can understand where this article is going and what they are saying. Duterte is in ICC detention in Hague. They have even kept him in detention. Can they think the same about Trump? I'm not saying Trump is a criminal. He may be or he may not be. I don't know. That's for US people to decide. But can you think of a scenario where Trump is in ICC detention in Hague for crime against humanity, or any American president, so to say? I don't think we can ever think that way, you know. But yes, it's very easy to take a Philippine president, you know, in detention, so they have done that. Awesome. Let's focus on MCQ 11. Consider the following statement regarding ICC, International Criminal Court. Again, use option elimination. ICC prosecute individuals for crimes such as genocide, war crimes, crime against humanity. Harshini has given the answer. Here, Judge Orange Man cannot be charged, sir. Exactly, Purna. Gajanan has given the example. So ICC cannot settle dispute between sovereign states. ICC is about, prosecuting individuals, as you can see in the first statement. This, dispute between sovereign state is settled by ICZ, International Court of Justice. Whenever you are reading ICC, anytime and every time, you have to divide ICZ at the same time. So Harshini, Gajanan, Rajneesh, Jivayan, Rishi, Purna, Raju, all of you have given the answer. Very good. You people are so good. Just like a wow. So yes, sir. This question: where is the headquarter of International Criminal Court? If you know it, post it in the comment section. This is a homework for you. MCQ 13: which of the following is a correct distinction between ICC and ICZ? Try this question. Let me see if you can answer it. We will discuss the answer tomorrow, but what do you think is the answer? I think we may have, in my previous Hindu analysis of any particular month, we may have solved this question. One of the very important, like most important question when it comes to delineating, answer. Harshini and Shipurna, they have given the answer. Very good here. Good, Patil. Correct distinction between ICC and ICZ? Purna and Harshini, they have given the answer. Very good, bro. So 12 and 13th question, their answer we'll discuss tomorrow. Like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word. You can post your score, whatever your score is. You can buy these Hindu analysis PDF at 199 per month. That will help in your rapid revision. You can also, if you have any doubts, you can schedule doubt session with me. And you can be a part of my mentorship program. I have increased the price to 5,999, but till 28 September, you can buy it at 4,999. History to NCRT series included. If you want to buy it separately, 1,999. History mains completed material. This is a new thing. That means all the material means there are 12 like days modules there from ancient to world history. It is in question answer format. That will help you in your revision. So you can take this material if you feel like your basics of history is done. You can take this mains complete material from me. It will help in your rapid revision again. You don't have to go anywhere for your mains revision. And if you want to buy it separately, 1,499. Unlimited doubt sessions, 500 per hour. Hindu analysis PDF, 199 per month. But if you're taking this, which is no longer a mentorship program, this has become a success program, because I'm including so many things. I will keep on including things in future. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you buy at the earliest, there's one doubt which many people have asked me, that let's say I have bought this mentorship at 4,999, and you will keep on including new things in the future, which I will. So will And if the price increases, which it will, so will, let's say a person, if let's say a thing is at 6,999 and a person has bought this mentorship program at 4,999, so will he be getting the new things which will be added? The answer is yes. And that's why I keep on telling you people that buy at the earliest, because if you're buying at the earliest, you're getting the cheapest version, and you will keep on getting the new things. Let's say you buy at 6,999, in future you will always have the thing that, oh my god, now the price has increased. If I had bought 1 month back or 2 months back, I would have got the same thing at 4,999. So it's for your benefit, plus it will help me right now as well. And again, I will keep on adding things because I'm loving this whole thing, what I'm doing. I'm loving my independence, and I feel like I can contribute a lot of stuff to you people. And I can seriously, I know what to study, what not to study. The main thing why I am not in UPSC, I've not cleared IAS, is because I was very, very poor. I have to be very frank in answer writing. Poor means I was very slow. My optional was history. I was never able to complete my optional. My knowledge was never lagging, but my answer writing speed was. And that's why you have to write answer. And that's why you have to have proper material so that you are not running here, there, and everywhere. So cool. Hope you understood it. So till this Sunday, you can buy this particular mentorship program at 4,999. Maybe from Monday, it will increase. If it increases, you will always have that pinch in your heart that if I had bought it sooner, it would have been so much cheaper. So yeah, everything becomes free after a certain point of time in mentorship. I'm all yours in mentorship. And you can also switch. If you're in Hindu subscription, you can switch to mentorship by paying the remaining amount. That's it from me, Saran ma'am. You can also donate. If you have any queries, you can ask it as well. Thank you, Gajanan. And thank you, everyone. So I will see you people tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Take care, be blessed. Tata, bye bye. Oh my God, what did I do?